Hi people, I've been spending a lot of time reading about stuff that interests me, and recently I read a few books about women's psychological development that I really liked. Since a lot of people who listen in are women, I'm hoping you can write and tell me your thoughts and experiences regarding the following. First of all, in the book called The Reproduction of Mothering, I read that when girls are growing up, from the time they're about 3 until they enter puberty, they are confronted with the fact that they have a gender, and this gender sets them apart from boys. Freud called this the Oedipus complex. He thought that when girls realize they don't have a penis, they suddenly decide they want one, and that when they realize they can't have one of their own, they want a baby to fill the void that the want of the penis left. Nancy Chodorow and I both agree that although it is true that a lot of women experience penis envy, it's mainly because the way the society currently works is that when girls grow up, they see that people with penises get more respect, are more highly valued, and are paid more attention than people without. If I noticed that people with vaginas got more respect, value, and attention than me, I'd probably envy you your vagina too. The book goes on to state how the classic father-centered family holds back women from achieving more by making motherhood an institution that little girls are indoctrinated into when they're so young that it becomes unconscious behavior. An institution that in many cases isn't valued as highly as men's work, and also socially restricts women by the societal trend of keeping the nuclear family separate from the community. Namely, if people in the community could be trusted with and actually showed genuine concern for kids, the mother could pursue knowledge and power through education and work, while the community looks after the kids. Okay, so that was book 1. Second book I read was about women's adolescent experience in America. It's a book called Reviving Ophelia by Mary Pfeiffer. When a girl enters puberty, she starts getting rounder. This is natural, and nature is beautiful. However, all around her, she hears that only thin people are pretty. At school, people shout, "Germs!" whenever an ugly kid brushes by them, and exclude people from their clique or group for petty things, or just to have power over them. In the midst of this, boys who enter puberty at the same time see movies and TV shows and video games where women are sex objects without minds of their own. So these boys grab girls in the hall or wherever and say things to the girls that are disrespectful and affect their sense of power and self-worth. A girl that was pretty normal in elementary school can develop eating disorders and depression in junior high very quickly. Add to this that 1 in 4 women in America get raped in their lifetime, and you can begin to see that girls in America have a very hard time. It's really too bad that there's not more boys and young men participating in a culture of honor that defends girls from getting groped in the halls and raped in the parking lot, instead of downloading videos of it or joining in. Finally, the third book is In a Different Voice, and in it, Carol Gilligan explained that men and women develop morals differently. Most men have a perspective of separation from the world, of striking out on their own, that shows in the way they make decisions. A sense of justice, where it appears at all in men, most commonly honors the rights and freedoms of the individual. Women, however, perceive a more connected world and value their relationships and feelings of connectedness. So when a woman decides something, she thinks more about her responsibilities and how the choice will affect the relationships with people in her life. As much as I believe women's rights are a serious issue in America and the world, I also believe that men's responsibilities should play a prominent role in society. I like how women make decisions. Well, okay, insofar as I don't get the short end of the stick. But I like the emphasis on being community-oriented. I think that a lot of men could benefit from considering the responsibilities they have as naturally arising from their rights. So, there you have it. That's a brief summary of the books I've read about feminine development. I'm really glad I didn't encounter any misandry in those books, because misandry and misogyny are two sides of the same sexist coin. I'd really appreciate hearing your thoughts, or your experiences if you choose to share them. The address here is inmate number 210329, 15 Elizabethtown Plaza, Elizabeth, New Jersey.
This call may be recorded or monitored.
07202. Thanks for listening. I look forward to your letters.